What we remember most about South Africa is a place we discovered with our friend Terence. On the map, we could see a big cape sticking out 7 miles to sea, a point of land called on the map Cape St. Francis. It was about 3 miles across these sand dunes to the water. We had no idea what was on the other side, but we'd come halfway around the world, so we thought we'd go take a look. We struck off across the sand dunes, led by our friend Terence of Africa. Halfway around the world and halfway across the dunes, it seemed like a bad idea. It started to get pretty hot. The odds were against us finding surf. We didn't even know if we'd find the water. When you go looking for surf, you don't look for a really big wave. If you found one, you'd never ride it in strange waters. It would be much too dangerous. What every surfer dreams of finding is a small wave with perfect shape, what we call a perfect wave. The odds against finding that are 10 million to 1. They finally got their first look at Cape St. Francis, South Africa. You can't tell how good a wave is till you actually ride it. On Mike's first ride, the first 5 seconds, he knew he'd finally found that perfect wave. The waves looked like they'd been made by some kind of a machine. The rides were so long I couldn't get most of them on one piece of film. Here's Mike further along, still riding the same wave at Cape St. Francis. Some of the rides, I timed them in the curl for 45 seconds. Outside, really driving about halfway through the wave already, Robert August. Look at the wave in front, same perfect shape as the wave he's on. After we rode Cape St. Francis, we talked to fishermen who come in this area quite frequently. They told us the waves there were funny-looking things. They said they looked like pipes. And they said the waves always looked like that, day after day, same stupid-looking waves. They told us of days when the surf broke big out by the end of the Cape, 7 miles further out, and rolled all the way in to where we were surfing. Can you imagine riding a 15-foot wave shaped like this for 7 miles? You'd have a nervous breakdown the first 50 yards. I had one on a 3-foot wave. From all the information we could gather, we figure it's like this about 300 days of the year. Robert came over the top of the wave and let out a bellow you could hear halfway back to Cape Town. He was so excited he was almost frothing at the mouth. Mike was kind of excited. So you go out for a wave before breakfast. About 300 miles north of Cape Town on the Indian Ocean, the water was 70 degrees, offshore breezes, perfect conditions. There are hundreds of places like this up and down that 1,200-mile coastline between Cape Town and Durban. Mike out, along with James, who was just learning how to surf. Robert stayed on the beach to keep his eye on Terence because Terence had a habit of pulling tricks on them. Like one time he caught a couple of cobras and wrapped them up in their sleeping bags. When they unrolled the bags, he really laughed. He thought that was hysterical. Leaving Durban, heading to Johannesburg, where we catch a plane for Australia. Driving through the interior past these rugged thorn bushes that reminded us so much of tough old Terence. And the dirty tricks he pulled, like telling Mike to go pet the zebra.